All right. Good day and welcome to the next part of the training. In the previous videos, I earlier explained the different taxation regimes and all that which is required in the different taxation regimes. And we later on, we now have to move towards the declaration of some of the taxes on the DGE platform. Now, I spoke about the simplified taxation regime. Good. But after speaking about the simplified taxation regime, which um, uh, consists of paying a company tax of 27.5% and all these things I mentioned, I I had to come back to the 2025 innovations and mention what companies are supposed to know as what is new in 2025. So it is true. I said that when you are under the simplified taxation regime, making a turnover of less than 50 million, but more than 10 million, you're supposed to make monthly installment on company tax or advance payments on company tax of 5.5%. But then 2025, those making a turnover of less than 50 million, combining both the simplified taxation regime and the discharge or the global taxation regime are now liable to EGS, Impôt General Synthetic, the General Synthetic Tax. So, and as I said in the previous video, when you are under the General Synthetic Tax, all these things I mentioned are no more applicable to you. Mm. These things like this, monthly installment of 5.5% is no more applicable to you. It is applicable in special cases, but the taxes you declare are no more monthly, they are now quarterly. They are no more monthly, they are now quarterly. And when I was talking about the 2025 innovations, it was said there, um, um, I spoke about the uh, I spoke about the things which are phased out, the things which are phased out, and then where is it? Things that are phased out, the business license. Mm, where is it? Okay, taxes phased out. Mm. I said the flat rate tax for those making a turnover of less than 10 million, they are no more paying the flat rate tax, which is the global tax. Those who were to pay business license, that is patang, they will not pay it again because the general synthetic tax um, um, exempt them from the payment of the business license, um, municipal livestock tax, and so on. But also, this 5.5%, they are not to pay it again. Okay. So I don't know if you're getting what I'm talking about. Good. So as a result, we will not be talking about declaring 5.5% turnover. Now, this advance payment on company tax, 5.5%, can still be applicable if, for example, we register a contract. If we have a contract with another company, the company that is giving us the contract in the business with naturally withhold 5.5% of the value of the contract, which is withholding taxes at source. Good. But then we will not pay for it again because it was paid in the process of signing the contract because it was withheld. So we will just use it again at the end of the year to tell to the state that, okay, we signed a contract and this company withheld 5.5% of the contract and paid it. But the idea that every month we need to declare 5.5% of our turnover is no more applicable. What is applicable now is the general synthetic tax with its classes, which are now paid quarterly, depending exactly, depending on the class we fall in. Now we're working with this particular um, um we are working with this particular account. I'll go back to the home page. I'll go back to the home page so that we go progressively. So go back to the home page. So waiting for it to load. So what we will focus on is this. Now, business license, which is pattern. When you read the Finance Law 2025, the amount that we pay already includes the pattern, so we will not be declaring pattern again. Now, what are those things that we we that are inside the simplified taxation regime, but commonly now known as the EGS regime? What are we left to pay aside the EGS, which is the general synthetic tax itself? Meaning, aside this general synthetic tax, what other thing are we expected to pay? Naturally, like I earlier mentioned, if we have a contract with the company, they will withhold our 5.5% on the turnover. That is good. Secondly, I think I mentioned it. I think I had a slide for that. Tax obligation by turnover category. Now, these are the obligations. If you are within less than, because the EGS is liable to those that are making a turnover of less than 50 million. Now, it is divided into two. Less than 50 million is divided into two parts: those making less than 10 million, and then those making between 10 million to 50 million. For those making less than 10 million, they still have to pay. They have to pay their EGS according to their classification, which are the 10 classes we earlier saw. They have to pay any license fee if applicable, like liquor tax, liquor license, or any license, depending on the industry in which they are. They have to pay the property tax if they have a property, or they will have to withhold the taxes on rent if they are renting. Lease registration fee, it means that if they have a lease contract, they will then have to register the lease contract. And yeah, local development tax. Now, for those making 10 to 50 million, they still have to pay, they now have to pay their EGS according to the classification, the 10 classes, the business license, property tax, or the withholding tax on rent, the lease registration fee, and they are now exempted from business license, and then there is no advance payment on income tax. So these are practically the things involved. But aside these, they equally have to withhold taxes. They have to withhold all taxes um, uh, um, uh, um, um, due. They have to withhold taxes on employee salaries. They have to withhold taxes on um, um on people that come and render them services. Like, for example, I am a consultant. I go and I work for a company, or for this company, we are trying to do the case study. The company is supposed to withhold 5.5% of the contract they are signing with me and pay on my behalf. Yeah. So they have to do that, but they themselves will not have to declare again 5.5% on their turnover because they are already paying the general synthetic tax on their turnover. So, um, give me a
Okay,
minute.
so all those things are included there, right?
Yeah, give me a minute. Let me come.
Okay.
All right. So, hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, please, can you ask back your question?
No, I didn't have a question. I was just saying, so all those are different taxes we should talk about inside the synthetic labeling,
Exactly. The inside the general synthetic tax.
except PIT.
Yeah, except withholding taxes like PIT, taxes on
Okay.
rent, except licenses. Licenses are not part of it. Yeah, all of those
Okay.
things. Yeah. So,
So those
uh,
ones have to be declared separately.
yes, they have to be declared and paid separately.
Okay.
hmm So now, um, logging into the DJE account is simple. What we do is that we just come to daily declaration, DJE, this module. There are different ways to log in. However, you can get to empo.cm on the website empo.cm. This is the main website for DJE where everything is. Every document, every update is on this website. Um, uh, if you want to register yourself, you can get to this e-registration and create an account either for an individual or for a company. Um, if you want to make a declaration of revenues, like personal income tax declaration, the annual personal income tax declaration for individuals, then you take this option. Then where we actually make declarations for the company, like taxes, where we declare taxes, is under this tele declaration. So it is this tele declaration that when you open it on another browser, on another page, that it opens now on this website. So this website like this actually comes from empo.cm. This is where it is actually. DSF, you just click on this, you go make your DSF. Online tax payment or e-billing, where you can get some receipts and everything, or make a bank payments by bank transfers and everything all here. If you want to verify the authenticity, how they say authenticity, yeah, of a of a of a tax compliance certificate, you get here benefice effective, beneficiary effective, like registering the shareholders of a company, all the document fiscal. This is where you get tax documents like the um uh, uh,
I can't.
uh,
I can't. I can't see the screen. I think.
sorry.
I think the what you are saying is not. What you are saying is not shown on the screen. Actually, there's a delay. I'm still in the home page.
mm, yeah, I am on the homepage, like, I'm on the
No,
home page.
it's connected. Oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Here we have document fiscal. Document fiscal, which is where you get fiscal documents like the ACF, like the tax attestation. Yeah, help desk and everything. So this is actually the main website. You can get documents there. Everything is there. But where we are interested to go is at the level of this tele declaration. Tele declaration. Another way to get to this website is to get to your browser and type Harmony. Just take Harmony and you can just click on this website Harmony. It will still take you to the same web page. So from here there are different options on this page, but most importantly is to put the tax identification number here and then the password of the account, and then you take connect. But then there are other things. There's consulter the fichier, the contributor, like this to consult all taxpayers accounts. Here you can verify the authenticity, how they say it, authenticity, yeah, of a document. If, for example, somebody has made a declaration and is giving you an evident position, that is a declaration document, you can come here and you put a reference of that document and check if it is legit, if it is really a declaration that was made on the website, because people can fake it. Here you can here
okay,
is where you transférer un avis pour paiement. This transférer un avis pour paiement is where you go and transfer a document so that it can be paid via mobile money, because when you make a declaration, maybe when you want to pay via mobile money, it is not going. It's surely because you have not yet transferred it to the mobile money platforms. So this will permit
okay,
you to do that. Yeah.
okay. From hold on a
Okay.
minute, please. From this also, can we also just link it directly to the bank account?
Yes, we can link to the bank
Okay,
account. For you to link to the bank account, you need to register an account under OTP. Under OTP, it is site like
okay,
this website. You need to register there. You need to ask for a bank statement. You attach your bank statement, then you go to the tax center so that they approve. So that when you make a declaration, you can get to this OTP/e-billing website and
yeah,
directly make payments from the bank.
okay.
Mhm.
So we need to register there.
Yeah, you need to register on this
Okay.
website.
Can it
Now,
be done online, or I have to go to the office?
you first of all register. Yeah, first of all register on this website first before
Okay,
you take the documents to the tax center. But then it is not
okay,
everybody that is not every taxpayer that pays by
mm-hmm.
e-billing. So, taxpayers that are in local tax centers do not need to make their accounts on e-billing. But there is a time
What
where
about
people
what
or
about taxpayers of our
l-
class?
companies on the SIM and the companies on the large tax center taxation unit, companies under the special taxation unit are supposed to pay through a bank transfer. So
Okay, but can a company under our class also apply for that service?
it is not about the class, it is about the taxation unit. So there are different taxation
Okay,
units. Um, uh, don't know if I have a document here. Okay. Did I not? I don't know. It's like I did not talk about tax units before. So tax units are simply tax units are the management units of taxpayers. Those offices where those tax offices are divided into according to categories. So
Okay.
um, um at first we used to talk about CDE, 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 which is divisional tax center, Centre Divisionnaire des Impôts, CDE. So that's what we used to have. We used to have CDE. We used to have, but now CDE is no more CDE. CDEs are now called, I mentioned it here. This is it. Local taxation and individual center.
Okay.
CDE are now called since 2025. I don't know how they are implementing it right now, but then we are no more supposed to be having CDE again. Um, um, CFLP. Yeah, that's how it is right now for local taxpayers. Then we used to have SIM, SIM, Centre des impôts des moyennes entreprises. Medium size companies, medium size companies.
Mhm.
We used to have something like this. S'explain. Yeah, if I get here, is it, how do they write it? Mm-hmm. It is S'explain, like this. Voilà. So these are tax centers for um, um professionals in the liberal or special and liberal profession. Yeah, special and liberal profession. It means that those who are in this type of tax center, okay, are those that have liberal character or that are of liberal profession. Like for example, accounting firms are in these tax centers. Um, Law firms are in this tax center. Um, uh, some hospitals will be in this tax center. Um, yeah, any industry of liberal character that has licenses at times, some construction firms are in this tax center. What does it mean? It means that let me just take an example. If you an agricultural firm, the tax unit that will be managing your taxes will be a CIPLIN. Okay, it will be a tax center called CIPLIN,
Mhm.
and then these ones are located in regions. In regions, they are not in local centers. It means that if your company is in a local area, your tax center or your tax unit is going to be in the region in a CIPLIN. Yeah. So um aside this, the okay, CDE are only in local centers, in local in yeah, can be located in any local area. Mhm. Now we have we have the DGE, mhm, Direction Générale des Direction des Grandes Entreprises. Voilà. That is for large, we call it large tax centers. Yeah. This for large companies, the taxpayers that are making large turnover like billions. Yeah. Then we have si Zepa. Mm-hmm. We have CISEPA. These ones are for taxpayers that are in the non-profit um, um the non-profit industry. There's something added to it. So this is it, something like this. Mm. CISEPA. Voilà. Something like this. So those are the tax units. Different tax units. Mhm. So when you see CDI, Douala, those are a local tax center. Douala, sixième, Douala, deuxième, Douala, quatrième, all of those things. Yeah. And you will notice that most of the times they are small enterprises located in this type of taxation units. So those are the different taxation units, meaning these are the management unit, like an office and manages taxpayers. Okay. So what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Now, uh, forgotten what I was talking about. Okay, so I was talking about this. I was talking about connecting your bank accounts and everything. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, to what
Yeah,
concerns the tax units,
the
all these
OTP,
ones,
OTP, that's
all these ones, they can there's a time where they I think even now they have to register for e-billing and they pay by bank transfer, not by mobile money. Even these ones, all of these. But
okay.
CDE can pay via mobile money. Yeah, they can pay via mobile money. But all these other ones, they have to register at the um, um, OTP platform and connect the bank account where money will be deducted automatically after the declaration. Yeah, so that is it. Now,
Okay.
yeah, je ne suis pas encore immatriculé. That is where you can click and go and create your your account, your taxpayer's account. Here you mention whether you are a physical person, non-professional, a physical person, professional, or you are a company, a moral personality. So depending on the option you choose, when you take continue, they will ask you question concerning your company. You put the name of the company and everything, quarter, town. Like it's just to fill all this information. And then you take register, it will create your tax identification number. That's where you create tax identification number. So all you need to put since I selected company, that I'm a moral person, they will ask for raison sociale, the name of the company. But if I selected that I am an individual, they will be asking things like my name and everything. So I think I already made a video on this previously on how to create that. Nice. Now, here you can verify the the uh, the 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 company's account or the NIO. Can verify that here, and here it shows that the company we are currently working is in a CDE Yaoundé 3, so no need to really do any e-billing, but it is still possible to register the e-billing platform and pay by bank transfer. Else, we can make our declarations, go and pay at Campost, or make payments via mobile money. So that is it. So I'm going to log into this account. Now, what we are going to see here is how to make the declaration of the general synthetic tax and all the other taxes. So what we do is that at first, like before 2025, things are changing every day. Like we can be making these videos today and then tomorrow something changes on the platform. So as of now, to make declarations of taxes, you need first of all to understand that there are three menus here. There's demand the service. This is usually to ask for a service. Maybe you want to annulation d'un avis, like you made a declaration and then you want to cancel it. You can come here and cancel it. You can come here and finalize a payment. You can come here and suspend the activity. Maybe if the company is closing, then you have to come here and suspend the activity so that they should not be charging you for taxes of which the company has closed. Reprise d'activité. In case you come back, like you start back activities, you need to come here and take reprise d'activité. Yeah. Yeah. Now, declaration. This is where we make declarations. Any tax that we need to declare is at this level. Everything we need to declare is at this level.
Okay.
Traitement usually is where you get some notifications. Um, um, paiement des AMR, mise en recouvrement. Attention, mise en recouvrement. This is a document. AMR is a document that the tax officers give to you in case you have some irregularities. In case you are owing them, they will proceed with an AMR. They will make an AMR for you to recover their taxes. At first, we used to get some tax documents under traitement, but all the tax documents have been sent or has been made available under this website, Document Fiscal. So now, if you want any ACF tax attestation, you can get it from Document Fiscal. No more under traitement. At first, it used to be here. But now, what we are interested in, before 2025, we used to make declaration for those who are under CDE or those making a turnover of less than 10 million. We used to make their declarations under Declaration Synthétique. But now we are no more doing declarations under Declaration Synthétique. They have created a new menu there for IGS, TVA, ER. So IGS, VAT, and impôt sur les revenus. You can actually translate your page in English if you want, but I'm going to allow it in French like this. At first, those who were in other taxation units aside CDE, they used to make their declaration under TVA/ER. They used to make their declarations here. But now everybody is making declaration in IGS, TVA, ER. ER in French is impôt sur les revenus. TVA is VAT. EGS is Impôt Général Synthétique. That is where we make the declarations. All declarations we need are in here. Now, the other menus are for special industries and for special stuffs like commande public. If you have a public contract with any state organization, you can come here and take commande public, and then you register the commande public. There, it will automatically calculate the amount that will be withheld at source. It will automatically calculate the company tax on it. It will automatically calculate the stamp duties and everything. Yeah. At first, it used to be command public, but now it's command public 2025. It's now done here. So this one we are not using it again. If you have your lease contract to register, you can come under enregistrement des actes. Yeah. Importation de acte judiciaire. If you have any um, uh, anything that has to do might be with judiciary activities, you can come and register it here under acte judiciaire. Importation de véhicules. For those who do the importation of cars, they will have to come and declare the cars and all the taxes that are related in here. If you sell a vehicle, this is where you come and register the sales of the vehicle. Renouvellement de la carte grise. Yeah, carte grise for cars like that. You can come and renew it here. Emulation the bourse. I don't really know what this is all about. I've never used it before. Yeah, that is it. That is it. Then DSF. DSF, this is where you go and submit your STR, your statistical tax return. Yeah, you can get it there. Mining taxes, forestry taxes, those who are into animals rearing and all of those things. Forestry is for specific industries. Yeah, but we are going to be more concerned about the main taxes, which we'll get to EGS TVA/ER 2025. Yeah, so I'll click on it and wait for it to open.
Okay.
So when you enter in any declaration document except DSF, this is the interface it will show, something like this. It will first of all give a header here, the name of the document, the menu you've entered in. Then down here, it's going to give a table of all the declarations that were made. Now, the table here is filtered based on the date here. So, according to this date to this date, there is nothing here. So, you can actually come here and you choose maybe, I don't know, from January 2025 till today, and you take afficher. I will click on afficher in order to like see all the declarations which were made within this period. So I'll just wait for it to load and then to show. Now, while it is loading, here you have you can filter these documents according to these criteria. You want to filter only EGS declarations, you want to filter under only patent declarations, business license, and yeah, you can filter the declarations according to this. And you can check whether the declaration was automatically generated or not. So this is just an indication. Yeah, then here you have a let it load. When it loads, I will tell you more what these ones are all about. Let it load first. Nice. So when it loads, you will now notice that there are three declarations within this period of time. Now, um, as you can see, there was a declaration in that was this is the date. Okay, this is a date where the declaration was made. It was made at 2
Mm-hmm.
p.m. in for the on April 23rd. This numéro de déclaration, this is the declaration document. It doesn't repeat itself. It is always unique, and it is with this declaration document that we can verify the declaration, that we can make payment. In fact, everything depends on this declaration number. Now, this is the amount,
Okay.
the total amount inside the declaration. This is the amount that was paid, and this is the amount that was not paid. So, this état, this état, these are the codes for you to understand this line for état. Yeah. So here it
Okay.
shows that when the état, the state of the declaration is 0, it means that it is not valid. It was not valid. When it shows 1, it means that the declaration was sent. When it shows 2, it means that the declaration was sent and received by the tax authority, by the tax, yeah, by the tax office. Yeah, yeah. So when it shows 3, it means that it was paid. Okay. Voilà. When it shows 4, it means that it is an automatic document that was made by the tax center. When you do not declare, they can proceed to make a taxation for you. When you do not declare, when you fail to do your duty to declare, uh, they will they will make a declaration for you, and they will use their own amounts. They will not ask you anymore. They will put anything there. If they put 10 million, you pay. So
Mm.
now, yeah, that is it. Then the exercise period. Then this is the mois, the month concerned. It means that this declaration was made for March. This one was made for June, and this one was made for September. Yeah, and then this is where you see what
September this
was
year.
declared. Yeah, September this year. It was made on the 7th of September. On It was made on the 7th of October for the month of September. Now you will easily understand here that what was declared was EGS. This that was ticked. What was declared here
Mm-hmm.
was EGS, and as you can see, it represents three months. Three months. So this is what we are supposed to be declaring continuously. Now, looking at this amount is in relation with the class in which you are, which is class 9. And
Mm-hmm.
based on class 9 is for those making a turnover between 20 million to 30 million, and they have to pay 1 million per year. Mhm. So those making a turnover between 20 million to 30 million, annual turnover between 20 million to 30 million, they will pay 1 million in terms of taxes per year. Now, um, um this EGS, this EGS, um, um those making a turnover in class 8 right up to class 10 can actually register with 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 a firm, that is CGA. What is CGA? What is CGA? I'm talking here about CGA. CGA. CGA means Centre de gestion agréé. Okay. Centre de gestion agréé. They are like accounting firms. They are like accounting and audit firms that have registered with the state, and their objective is to promote entrepreneurship and reduce the tax burden on taxpayers. Okay, so when it comes to the EGS, according to 2025, these CGRs support people making a turnover from class 8 right up to class 9. They support these people. Okay. All these other people, they don't support them. They support only people from class 8 to class 9. And what they do is
Okay.
that when you register with them, they pay 50% of your taxes, or they support 50% of your taxes. So if you were to pay 1 million per year, when you register with a CGR, automatically automatically when you register with them, they will make in such a way that they will make in such a way that their names will be visible on your account. Okay. Oh la la, let me just log in again somewhere else so you see something. You will see here établissement agence. Okay, you will see their name here. For now we do not have
Okay.
any name. You see their name here. When you register with them, they will make in such a way that their name will appear here. When their name appears here, your taxes are half. Okay, your taxes are half. More precisely,
How much?
the EGS. Mhm.
How much is the fee?
It depends. I cannot tell a fee because there are many agencies. It depends on their own policies. But the previous one I registered with for a taxpayer, we paid 25,000 for registration and then 50,000 for them to support us. So that was 75,000. We paid 75,000. So I don't know about other agencies. They have the different agencies are different agencies. So we pay 75,000 per year, and they assist us by cutting our taxes by two, because we because with that taxpayer I'm talking about, we were within these three last classes from 8 to 10. Yeah. So
Okay. So
might be this particular company next year, January, can register with one in order to reduce the burden of the tax. Yeah. But then
do you know where we can find these agencies?
just go online and search for CGR. CGR.
Okay.
Yeah. There are many CGRs there. There are many of them. Many of them. Yeah. So you can just look for a CGR that is around your locality. Yeah. They
I
will
just put
assist.
CJ and that.
Sorry.
I just
Sorry.
type CJ and that's all.
Yeah, that's it. These are different CGRs. These are different of them. Different. Their
Should
phone
I just
numbers are
type CJ?
there. Yeah, just CGR. There are many of them. There are many of them.
Okay.
Many of them. It all depends on which town you are, and yeah, and everything. So
Okay.
now, so that is it. That is it. So I just wanted to mention about that tax burden and so on. But now, um, when a declaration has been made, what you can do is that you can now uh enter and modify. If you want to modify, you can enter and not really modify. When a declaration is already at the state 2, okay, you cannot modify it again. When a declaration is already at the state
Mm-hmm.
2, you cannot modify it again. It has already been received by your account manager, and you cannot change it. The only thing you can do might be to come here under demande de service and take annulation de la vie, and then possibly go to the tax center with the avis d'imposition and ask them, no, write a letter. You write a letter addressing the reason why you need to cancel it. Maybe you made a mistake and they will cancel it for you, but you cannot cancel it again. If the state is still 0, you can still cancel it, but so far as it's at 2, you cannot cancel it again. Yeah. So how
Okay.
do you make a new declaration? You make a new declaration by clicking on fichier. Okay, when you click on fichier, it opens a page where you have to make a new declaration. If you want to
Go.
see, I mean, fish, it's fish, it's fish, it's fish, it's
Mm.
fire. Yeah.
Okay.
if you want to see what was made inside a particular declaration like this, you can either click on the declaration number or you can click on modifier, any of these two. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll click, for example, on this one, modifier, so that I can see what was declared inside. Nice. So this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Please, um, uh, um, uh, when you are not talking, just mute your mic because there's some noise behind.
Okay. Okay.
Now, yeah, when you enter, you will see this. You see it this way. Now, all these plus you're seeing here are the different tables. These are different tables of declaration. Table for EJS, this is it here. EJS and licenses. If I click on it, the table opens and I can see the information of that table. Else, I can click back and that is it. But if I want to see, you can actually enter in individual tables and declare whatsoever you want to declare, and that is it. But then I can click on this recapitulative to see like a summary of what this 250,000 I'm seeing here is all about. So this table is a summary table that will show all the things that I've declared. So the 250,000 is actually for EJS only. It's actually for EJS. Yeah. So it will give the total at the bottom. It will show whether the amount was paid or not. Yeah. So yeah. So when you have made a declaration like this, if you want to get the avis d'imposition, that document that shows that you have made a declaration, you can actually come here under edition. You take under edition, you can take avis d'imposition. This is actually a document that you download after you made the declaration. The document can permit you to go and make the payment. The document can permit you to maybe go to the tax center and do any further investigation or any other thing. So if I take avis d'imposition, it's still loading. You will load now the document here. So, but the most important information on the avis d'imposition that is usually used first of all, the lines of the accounts where the amount of money you have to pay is going to, like how the money is distributed. Like this EJS, like this that we have declared, when you open the avis d'imposition, it will show you where the money is going to. And you can also see the account through which you will have to make payments. Yeah. Just wait for it to load some few minutes. All right, it's having a problem downloading it, no problem. But then that is it. That's how you see the existing declaration. Now, when I get to my this small plus, it shows that the amount that was declared was 20 million. Amount that was declared for annual turnover was 20 million.
For
And
which
then,
period?
sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
for which period? Last year.
I didn't
That's
get
last
you.
year, right?
No, this year. This declaration was made for 2025 September. 20 million was declared as turnover. So now, what you now need to understand is
Hmm.
this. What you need to understand is this. As you can see, here EGS has 10 classes with a turnover range, and it is paid in the course of the year. And this turnover is not monthly turnover, it is annual turnover. Annual turnover. And the annual turnover needs to be declared in order to pay monthly, quarterly taxes. Now that we are, for example, in March, we need to pay for the first quarter. I'm taking an example. We're in March, ending March. We need to pay for the first quarter of the EGS. What do we declare? There are two possibilities. If the company has been existed in the previous year, then the company will have to use her previous year's turnover and use it to be classified within these 10 classes. If the company did not exist, then the turnover she will use will be a provisionary turnover. Are we there?
Mm-hmm.
So a provisionary turnover. So if maybe I just created a company, what I would declare will be a forecasted turnover. And if I put 10 million, it means that I am estimating that throughout this year I'll make a turnover of 10 million. So I pay the taxes within this range. Now at the end of the year, what will now be done would be regulation. We will reconcile the accounts. If, for example, you declared more than you were supposed to declare, how will I even say? At the end of the year, everything will depend now on 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 your company tax. However, so if you calculate your company tax and it is less than the advance payments you have already made, then um uh, by the end of the year, I don't yet know exactly what are the measures put in place, but then there will be regulations will regulate all of these things and pay the balance if we have to pay more or request the state to refund another portion. But I think that the amount paid already paid will be definitive, like it used to be with the advance payments on company tax. So we are at this level. So when 20 million was declared, here you can put chiffre d'affaires autre activité. This for other activities. Now, if you come here and put chiffre d'affaires de boissons non alcoolisées and boissons alcoolisées, it will calculate the license for alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, like license. Now, taking an example, if for example we had placed any amount on alcoholisé and non-alcoholisé, what will happen is that the license, the liquor tax, okay, will be two
Mm-hmm.
times the EGS. So this EGS like that, which is 250,000, will be there. Then liquor tax will be 500,000. That will be 750,000 francs to pay. Yeah, for the liquor tax. So that is how it goes for EGS. When you declare like this, you select the quarter for which you're declaring. Had it been when declaring all the 4 quarters were selected, it will calculate and give 1 million to pay. But here you can see it is only 250,000 francs to pay because only the third quarter was selected. It also means that only one quarter was selected, which is the first quarter. Only the second quarter was selected. The third quarter was selected. And then the fourth quarter, now we are going to select it when we'll be making declarations in December or at ending December, beginning January 2026. Yeah, you just make the same, enter the same 20 million as turnover. Okay, because it's the annual turnover, it's not monthly turnover. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? If you have said that your forecasted turnover, your forecasted annual turnover is 20 million, it means that inside this declaration like this, that was done for the month of March, representing the first quarter. Okay, this one like this,
Mm-hmm.
there is 20 million that was declared, that calculated to be 250,000. 20 million was declared here. 20 million meaning we are going to declare 20 million all the 4 times we'll be declaring, so that it can come and calculate just for one quarter out of the 4 quarters. Yeah, it
And
is
then if
now
at the end of the year
it is at the end of the year that everything now will be regulated in the DSF. We are going to now move later on how to do DSF. But it's at the end of the year that everything will be regulated at the level of DSF. You will now enter your real turnover. If it is, however, the company tax is not based on turnover. Company tax is not based on turnover. Company tax is based on profit. So, you just compare your company tax with all the amounts that you have already paid in advance. Yeah. So that is it. Now, when you make the declaration and validate, actually, you can click on this button to pay. At times it works, at times it does not work. So I cannot really tell. But when you click on this, it will take you to the Campost website where you select, you enter your mobile money number and make payments. Please, mute your mic, please.
Oh, sorry.
Now, let's say we want to make a new declaration. I should have just clicked on Fichre, but because I already opened an existing declaration, if I go to Fichre, it will just be showing me the declaration I opened. So if I want to create do a new declaration, I need to take nouvelle déclaration. I need to take nouveau, this nouvelle, in order to do a new declaration. So we're going to declare here for the month of August taxes on salaries, as well as we were going to check whether a buy was paid in this account. We're going to check whether précompte sur loyer was declared, and make those declarations and pay. So I've clicked new declaration. So this is how, when you open a new declaration, it looks like something like this. I can just minimize this if I want. I minimize this. Yeah, no, this. Yep. Same thing. Can just minimize this. Yeah. So these are the different table: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tables. So anything EGS and licenses are here. We are not going to declare any EGS again because EGS has already been declared. So droits d'assises is this for excise duty. If you want to declare excise duty, it is in here. We're not interested in that right now. Taxe sur, so prélèvement spécial sur les revenus versés à l'étranger. So when you enter in a table like this, there are different subtables inside. This is for revenue, revenu versé à l'étranger, revenue coming from out of the country. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, traitement des salaires. Okay, for salaries, this is a table for the declaration of salaries. Simple, very simple table. Very simple table. So for this type of declaration, or for this one, all you need to do is to enter the amount, the basis of calculation for all the elements. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that when you're making the declaration, any cell that is blue like this is automatic, and the ones that are not blue are the ones that you have to fill, right? But for me to start the declaration, I need to start from up here. I select the year, then I select the month concerned. Select the year, then select the month concerned. Like I said, any cell that is blue will come automatically. You don't need to put anything there. So when it comes to taxes on salaries for the month of August, you now need to go to your pay slip and check on the salary information. This IRPP is personal income tax. We have and remember that this traitement salaire, impôt sur les revenus, sur les retenues salaire, they are withholding taxes on employee salaries of the company. Withholding taxes on the employee salaries of the company. So yeah, I'll put the IRPP. It means that we need to open our pay slip, our payroll, and check the payroll information. So I will open where I entered the payroll information and handle it from there. Get all the information there. So depending on how you calculated your payroll information, what I'll do is that I'll just go to my payroll, making sure that the correct informations are there. Okay, I think, where are my archives? Okay, 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 okay. There's a line that I just made a test with it. Let me delete it. Okay. So these are the two employee in question. These are all their informations, basic salary, contributable salary. So what we're interested in is this, the fiscal the fiscal charges. In our previous video, we saw the social items.
I'm not seeing your screen.
Mm,
Your screen.
okay.
Your screen. Your screen has frozen.
Can you see the screen back?
Yes. Yes.
So last time we already saw the social charges, both the employer amount and the employees amount supported. But now we are working now on the fiscal charges, both what the employer and the employee support. So I have a summary table there. I have a summary table I will get to. This is a summary table here. So I am let me check, which month is this? This is September. Mm. However, the information for September, the same information for October. I mean for August. So there's no difference. There's no difference in information. There has not been any change. So I'll just select here September because I've not saved anything for August. I've not saved anything for August. Let's see, days of September, April, June, and November. All the rest are 31 days. So this is 30 days. Good. Good, good, good. So this is summary information. We already worked on this. We already worked on this one, on this portion, which are the social contributions. Now we are going to fiscal fiscal charges. So in total here for these two salaries, we are going to be paying in total 60 something thousand. It might be a little bit lower because I think based on my calculations, I used some rates bigger than what I was supposed to use. Like if I go to the settings, you will notice here that, okay, let me check these two rates. I was just doubting on my calculation. Here now, Crédit Foncier du Cameroun, employees part is 1%. Crédit Foncier du Cameroun, employees part is 1%. Okay, and employers part is okay. It means we can likely have the same amount. Okay, Fonds National de l'Emploi is 1%. Okay, okay, okay. It means all is good. So what I do is that everything is okay. I will just get in here to my summary. So ERPP, the amount for personal income tax is 28,000 for both two employees. 28,136. Let me just verify again for the last time before I go ahead, because man must sure. These two amounts, 28,137. Okay, let me just
36.
sorry.
I have 36. I have 36.
36.
Yes, 28,136.
How do you have that amount?
So I added the two PITs.
Hmm. Let me check again.
Mhm.
Hmm. It cannot be 36. Cannot be 36. These are the two amounts here. No, wait.
We have 11,583, right?
Yeah.
Eleven
It,
five eight, 11,583 and 16,553.
yeah, it cannot go up to 30,000. It's still 27, 28. Still like,
No, I said 136.
okay. Yeah, 28, 137.
Yeah.
137, please. It's 137. Oh, 130.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's 137 because there are some decimal places there. Like you, if you check on it very well, yeah,
That's
there's some
around it.
decimal places there.
Okay.
Yeah. hmm So, I'll move back here. Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is it. So what I will do is that I will come at the level of the website. They are asking for the basis of calculation. Okay. They're asking for the base of calculation. The base of calculation is the taxable salary. Um, so I get back to my payroll. Mm, get back to my payroll, and this guy, the base of calculation of this guy, I will just put the taxable salary, though it's not exactly the taxable salary, but it's not exactly the taxable salary because there are some things that are deducted in the calculation. I think I explained it in the last class. There's a formula to calculate personal income tax. So
Yes.
but I will just put the taxable salary because it is based on that taxable salary that other items are deducted. So I'll put there 300 and no, for both both taxable salary is 500, because what we are declaring, we're not declaring for individual persons, we're combining for everybody. Let me just remove this third person that is here. Let me just remove this third person that is here. We're dealing with two people, so we'll come back here and refresh. We're talking about these two people. Remember that the declaration we're making at CMPS is individual, but on the DJE platform, we're making a cumulative declaration for everybody. So the total here is 560,000. So I get in there and I put 560,000. Then, as you can see, the ELPP is not calculating automatically. Why? Because it's a long process to calculate it. It's a formula to calculate it. So you need to calculate it before reaching on the website, which is already done here. And the amount is 28,136. Let me just put 28. Let me just put 28,136. Then, as you can see, SAS will calculate automatically. Will do 10% of this amount. Like when it does, when it will do the 10% of the amount, it will have it here. Then it will give this total automatically. So I move to the next item. So here we have credit foncier, employees part. So credit foncier. Okay, like the base. I need to put the base for it to calculate the rest. Okay. So uh what's the base here? I'll go to my payroll, and the basis of calculation here is like this summary I made. Like this was based on the old platform, like the way we used to declare before. They were not asking for base, but as I tell you, the website, they keep improving it every day. They keep improving it every day. At first, it was just like this. They were not asking for base. They were just asking you to put the amount. But now they are asking for the basis of calculation. So maybe I will just update this my table so that it can automatically also get the basis of calculation. But now, crédit foncier salarial, yeah. So the base of calculation, I think, is what is this setting? Is the taxable salary. It's based on the taxable salary. Um, yeah, it's based on the taxable salary. That's 500 and so that when you calculate 1% of it will give that 5,600 here. Like 5,600 will come out here. So same thing here. What is the base of calculation? Uh, the base of calculation is still the taxable salary. So if I get here, my settings is still the taxable salary for the employer. So it is still that 560,000. Fonds national de l'emploi. Fonds national de l'emploi, it is based on what? Mine year was calculated based on what? Let me get year. Still based on the taxable salary, but my amount is quite different. Yeah, I think the Fonds national de l'emploi is based on the taxable salary. Let me check on the payroll what was used, what I used to calculate again. I use the taxable salary. I did not use a taxable salary. That's the issue. I did not use a taxable salary. I used a contributable salary, which is wrong. Okay. I used the contributable salary, which is wrong. It's supposed to be the taxable salary.
Okay. I think all the fiscal elements
Are based on the taxable
they're
salary,
supposed to use
right?
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a little mistake here, which I need to verify. Yeah. So
Okay.
nevertheless, I'll just put the taxable salary.
But will it affect the slips that you shared with me?
There's just a difference of 1,000 that will be applied. That, like, yeah, difference of 500, 500. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, but I was
uh,
asking if it's going to affect the slip.
yeah, it's going to affect the payroll. It's going to affect the pay slips. However, yeah.
Okay.
So normally it's supposed to be 1% of 550,000 separate. So rapidly, I'll just get to the next item. The next item here is redevance audiovisual. Is RAF. This RAF, okay. The RAF here is 7,800. So I will come here. I'll just come and put the 7,800. No need to, because it's not going to calculate automatically. So I can freely put the 7,800 here. Then we have local development tax. Local development tax here was how much? Was 3,500. Was 3,500. So once that is done, it's okay. It's good. Okay. Once you've entered all of this information, it's for August. All you need to know to do is to just take enregistrate. But then, if you have other taxes to declare, like might be withholding taxes on rent, you can just minimize the table for taxes on salaries. Then you go to acompte et précompte versé. So there are now different tables here with different purposes. So this acompte et précompte à reverser. So these are withholding taxes that you need to pay on behalf of someone else. So if, for example, this particular line, acompte succès à retenu à la source. This is in case you withhold taxes from somebody. You withhold taxes from somebody. Somebody comes and renders you a service, and you had might be to withhold 5.5%. Like somebody rendered you a service of 1 million, you come here and put the 1 million, and you calculate 5% of that 1 million, which will be, I think, is 50,000. You put it here, and then it will calculate 10% of that 50,000 to make it 55,000. So you withhold it, you remove it from the person's money, and then you come and deposit it, pay it. It's not your tax, it's the person's tax you're paying. Précompte sur achat, vente, retenu. Yeah, same thing on sales. If you withhold some taxes while selling to somebody, you come and pay it here. You come and enter the amount here, and you pay. Now, this is précompte sur loyer. This withholding taxes on rent. Same thing. If you withhold taxes on rent, let's say, for example, rent is 100,000 per month. Here is where you put the 100,000. It will automatically calculate the 15% and put here under the principal and take it back here. Yeah. So I don't know. Should we declare taxes on rent? It has not been declared since, and if he has not been declared since January, in normal circumstances, one is supposed to get in here and declare for all the months that has not been declared. But then it can always be done
So
on
that
this
that's going
page.
to be done.
Yeah, on this table, account et précompte. Précompte sur loyer. You
Okay,
come,
so
you
I
put
will
the principal here.
start from January.
Yeah, normally.
And then what about the PITs as well?
Same thing with the pizza. All this withholding taxes on rent, they were supposed to be done right from the beginning. They were supposed to be done since. Supposed to be done since.
Okay,
So
okay.
the risk is that if you declare only this month and then there is a fiscal control, they will put penalties and ask you guys to repay for all. No, not to repay, to pay for all the months which were not paid before, of which might be you had salaried earners. But then, if the salaried earners are newly employed, it means that from January, the only reason could be that from January right up till August, you guys do not have permanent staff. You guys do not have salary earners. So that's the only justification. But
No,
then,
but those our two, we had them since, so we have to go and do it from January.
okay, then that's good. Maybe it can be done in another declaration. Yeah. But I'm just showing you where you need to make the declaration for rent. This is it. Yeah. Acompte et précompte à déduire. This is in case you went and you bought from somebody and the person withheld your taxes at source. This is where you are going to declare it. Yeah. Like might
And then
be,
what if the what
yeah.
if we sold and they were
If we sold and we withheld, it's going to be declared here. À reverser. Yeah. Under
if
account
they withheld?
CCA. If they
No,
withheld,
they
it is.
withheld.
If they withheld, it is here. If they withheld, it is here. Come and declare here. You will not have to pay anything if you declare here. Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to pay. But then, like it is here, are they doing? If, for example, you
At
withheld,
account a pre-content.
yeah, if you, for example, you withheld from people who bought from you 100,000. I'm taking an example. You withheld 100,000, and then your suppliers withheld 90,000. It means that you have to pay only 10,000 because it's going to deduct. Yeah. So if, for example, we want to instead declare our monthly turnover and we pay the 5.5%, it is table 14. Like I explained here, what we used to do before, monthly installment of taxes on turnover 5.5%. it is on table 14 here, where you come and put un compte sur
Mm-hmm.
chiffre d'affaires déclaré. Here your month, you put your monthly turnover, and then you put the principal, and it will calculate the SAS and the rest. So
Yeah, that one does not apply to us, man.
yeah, it does not apply to all. It will mostly apply now to those making a turnover of more than 50 million, those who are under the actual taxation regime.
Okay.
Now, um, all we now need to do is just to validate this,
Okay.
to take enregistrer. When you take enregistrer, when you take enregistrer, it's going to save it.
The advance which we are supposed to pay. So it is here that we have to come and declare it, right?
If a company withholds tax as such, will come under table 13. So it has saved the declaration you see enregistrement fait. So the declaration has been saved, and it has not been sent. See, the eta is still at 0. It has not yet been sent. When you save the declaration, let me just reduce this. When you save a declaration, it's still at 0 at the level of the state. This is the button here, and why when you send this, it is gone and it is good. So you can actually see a recapitulative, official recapitulative, the summary table. And then the summary table will tell you that, okay, this money is under retenu à la source on salaries. That's 61,850 francs. Let me just check whether it is okay. Yeah. So yeah, the only difference is that Fonds National de l'Emploi, that had a difference of 1,000. So this is it here. 61,000, same thing here. 61,815. So that is exactly it. That is exactly it. So all we now have to do is to take envoy. Okay. And then
Hold on first.
okay.
Yeah, we verify it again.
When you take envoy, it will turn and be for now you can still delete this declaration, but when you take envoy, it will now become like this declaration that I showed to you. This declaration like this, it will now become like this. Please, this really noise at your background. It's going to disturb us. So you can see the declaration was made. The state is 0, and then when you take envoyer, it will now become like this. The amount will appear here, and everything is fine. You can proceed and make payment, and you can come to edition and download this document. Avis d'imposition. Avis d'imposition. The most important thing in this declaration is on that avis d'imposition is actually this numéro de déclaration. This declaration document will appear there. When you have a numéro de déclaration, anywhere you go, you can check on the document. You can download the tax attestation. I can come, for example, to this home website here, like this télé déclaration. When you get to this télé déclaration, if you take let it load. The website is becoming very slow. Nevertheless, this how it's going to look like, and if this finish loading, you can download the document. So that is it. So subsequently, we're going to see how to proceed with the validation and payments of the declaration in question.